Our goal in this handout is to learn to create an even layer of color so that as we layer over the top of that, we can get some nice, even opaque buildup of the color. Uh, Later, we can learn more about creating texture, but if we don't want texture and we just want an even color, we want to be able to do that. So there's a couple methods, there's a few different approaches. One concept is that of hatching. So hatching is to draw straight lines and go back and forth with one straight line. Take your pencil and grip it towards the back so that you can control the pressure, and then just go back and forth with straight lines. Then you can do cross hatching, which is to go over those straight lines at an angle and keep building up the layers one on top of the other. Each layer, you should strive for it to be an even layer building on top of the other layer. Now here I'm showing how if you don't have an even pressure, you get certain lines being darker. And so that can be corrected by going over again and darkening the areas around it. But if you don't have even pressure constantly, you'll be doing a lot of correcting. So you want to try to get really control of the pencil and the pressure you're using. Another way to layer colored pencils is by circling. That is by creating strokes that are more like circles overlapping each other. This is another way that will work well. It also is a good way to stay within border areas, probably a little easier than the hatching, although they both work well. And the idea is to do the same thing, is to create a single even layer over the surface. Here I'm trying to use the same pressure just as I would with the hatching technique, starting a little lighter and slowly pressing a little harder as I go. So what we're going to do now is go ahead and layer these two boxes. One box will layer with straight or cross-hatching strokes and the other box with circular. We want to sharpen our pencil so that we get nice control of the pencil as we're doing the hatching or the circle technique. As you do the hatching, it's okay if the line goes a little bit outside the box area, because you can go back in with one layer of colored pencil and erase the lines that have gone beyond the edge of the box. I'm going to go ahead and speed up the demo here so that you can see the whole process a little quicker. We will use the same technique that we did in the practice area. I'd like to demonstrate again what happens if you don't keep the same pressure as you're layering the colored pencil. What happens is you get darker lines and lighter lines. You can correct those, but it takes more effort. So you want to have patience and just create even layers that you can layer one on top of the other, and you get a nice even surface. That helps you control what you're doing, and then if you want to create texture later, you can deliberately create the texture and control that. Go ahead and try this out for yourself. Blue is a good color, but you can use any color that is medium dark, not real light, not real dark. And I would not use yellow, but a color that can be layered light to dark.